rivers flow to the sea, to the sea, to the open arms of the sea.
Hey guys, I thought I would try and tackle two of the topics, I guess you could say, for the Sidekicks book chats. I'll be covering, my brain just went dead. I'll be covering Sidekicks and pet peeves. I'll go quickly into my pet peeves right now because I think a lot of people have these pet peeves anyway. So, some of the pet peeves that I have when reading, I really dislike repetition. I think, okay, it's okay if you want to mention something once or twice, but when books start to be very repetitive and redundant, I lose interest very quickly, and it infuriates me. There have been a few books that I've read that have pretty much said the same thing over and over and over, and it baffles me that they don't pick up on it, or maybe just leave it in there when it comes to, editing, I guess. But there have been a few books that I've read, and it's just, I don't know, it annoys the crap out of me. I hate reading about the same thing told in 20 different ways when I already know it, and I sit down and I already freaking know this shit. I don't need to know it again. So that's one of my pet peeves. Probably one of my biggest pet peeves. Another is instant love. I used to be a sucker for instant love, but that's probably because, most of the time I wasn't actually dating anyone. You dream about instant love and Prince Charming, when you actually realise that love is a lot of hard work, and even though you feel an instant connection with someone, not always instant love. So I guess this comes back to what I would like to see as well. I would like to see a lot more of realistic love. And I think Christy mentioned this in one of her Thursday videos for BittenByBookLust, I can't remember, but trends that she'd like to see. And this is, covers my pet peeve, but I would like to see some more realistic romance, really. Another pet peeve of mine, and it's not so much the fault of the author or anything like that, but sometimes it is, sometimes it isn't. I hate it when I could pretty much sum up the book in 200 pages, but they span over like 500 pages. And most of the time, books like that are okay, but I have read a few in my life that have just dragged, and I just did not see the point in going on and on and on with the plot. And I also hate this in series as well. I hate reading books in a series where it could have been 1 or 2 books and they have like 7, and it's just dragging on the same plot. I just don't get it. I don't get why I know why they do it, because they get signed on, and some fans and stuff like that really like that kind of stuff, but I just don't dig it. And it makes me even more weary now to try and start new series, because of course I've got lots of series I have to still read, but I'm always looking for that new, unique series, or even just a standalone. Sometimes I just want to read a standalone, and I hate it when they write a really, really, really good, perfectly standalone book, and they write a second book, and it just cripples the whole thing itself, and that really pisses me off sometimes, quite thoroughly. The main things, I really dislike thick books because they're a pet peeve of mine, because and hardback cover. I hate uncomfortable hardback cover books. They really piss me off. Like, I read Diaries, Saffron Cherry, and you guys know it's like a 500-page book, hardback. But they made it so it was comfortable. There are some books that are like really, really thick and dense, and it makes it hard to hold, or, hard to just bring back the cover and stuff. So those are my main pet peeves, or I can't really think of anything else right now. I'm not too fussy when it comes to reading, more so when I'm nitpicking and stuff like that, which you usually just see in my reviews anyway. So the next thing I want to talk about is Sidekicks. I I wrote this down in my journal because I had a lot to say about it and I was trying to sum it up. So instead of actually giving you quality examples, I guess you can say, I'm going to tell you what I look for when I'm looking for a sidekick in my novels, because to me, the sidekick in the novel, I feel like I need to develop a relationship with that person as well. So I kind of like to develop a friendship. So when looking for a sidekick, or not even looking for and reading about one, there are some qualities that I really, really like to see. Much like friendships, I very much gear towards people who are honest, open-minded, non-judgmental. 1 second. Sorry about that, my sister wanted to cook her food. So self-aware is a really good thing. Like, I like them to be aware of who they are, even if it's not completely. I like them to be able to not. I hate dependency in novels, and I know that half the time that's what books are about, stuff like that. But I hate it when a side character is totally dependent on the main character and vice versa. That really annoys me, because I think that even like side characters and sidekicks should be able to stand alone on themselves, because they are like, they're almost main characters in a way, really. Of course, like animals and things like that, it depends whether the animal can talk or not. Of course, you're not going to have as much character, that kind of nitty-gritty character traits in an animal, because, they're different. But when it comes to people, I like my side characters to be just as much as, themselves as the main character. I don't like whiny sidekicks either. Like, if you're going to put a sidekick in a novel, and I know sometimes it's actually a great idea to do it, but sometimes I just dislike reading about characters who whine because they have to be dragged along through a journey and things like that. It's annoying. I see a lot of it in books and shows, mainly TV shows, but it annoys me in books as well. So some of my favourite sidekicks, I guess, have been, on the top of my head, I'm reading the Souls, just I can't pronounce it, but the Devouring books, and Regina, or Reggie, and Aaron. I kind of like that sidekick sort of thing. It leans a little bit on the dependency side, but I really like it because the relationship is pretty much platonic, unless you count Aaron, but yeah, when thinking about it, it's really platonic. I love platonic sidekick relationships. Like, I love reading about friendships. I know there's so many romantic elements in books and stuff like that, but I love reading about just good old-fashioned platonic friendships and how they grow together as, more like siblings in a way. Don't get me wrong, I love me some Smexy times, and one of my favourite, I guess, sidekicks, not really sidekicks, more like comrades, in Vampire Academy, Dimitri and Rose. I know there's a lot of romantic elements in that, and I still enjoy that, but I like the whole how they bounce off each other and they help each other, and yeah. I also like in the Blue Blood series where they have these animals linked to their souls and things like that. It's really cool. Duchess, for instance, is Skylar's pet dog, and they have a sort of spiritual connection as well. So I kind of classify it as a sidekick as well. I don't really know or really pay attention, and this is something that I love about Book That Misty's videos. She makes me think about things in books. Like, I read books and I don't really think about the sidekicks, I just think about them as other characters. So now I'm looking towards reading books and trying to, not nitpick or grab or anything like that, but just absorb the relationships, and it makes me understand the relationships a little bit better and what I like to read, and yeah. So I think that's pretty much covers my sidekick conversation, because I like friendships. I really love sidekick friendships, just good sidekicks and sidekicks. So maybe, yeah, I'm just going to pick out some, look through some books and see if I can find any more. If I can, yeah, I'll let you guys know. So I think that's about it. I've covered my pet peeves and sidekicks. I'm thinking of doing cover trends. I may or may not, depending on how I feel. When I do my video on cover trends, it won't be so much showing you guys like book like Misty did. It will just be like, these are my favourite covers, or examples of favourite covers and why. I may or may not do it. I think there's enough videos out there covering that sort of trend. I pretty much just enjoy, I do enjoy the dressy sort of ones. I enjoy things like Slice of Cherry, where they're simplistic and they tell about a story. That's what I started to notice about myself. I love books more that where the covers are actually about the story, like they give you a little bit of insight into the story rather than, just because they look sexy or hot. So that's pretty much my kind of story. So yeah, thank you guys for watching and sticking with me. I am trying to post this video in a response to Christy's talks on books beyond YA genre, and it's just not loading. I've tried 3 times, so I'm thinking about giving up. If you guys want to see that, just let me know, and I might just have to try and edit it and break it up into 2 pieces. It won't be really great editing, but it will be 2 pieces that you can watch. So thank you guys for watching, and I hope you guys are having a brilliant day, night, or whatever, and it is October 2 now. Can I believe it is the 2nd day of October? It's insane. Thank you guys for watching.